if he's slow enough. No Cloud Cutter. Maybe we can make it work. The problem is we still have to be tanking like stuff like this, which is a massive amount of damage. So if we all in on her, it's kind of scary, so. So like I get the pierce damage in like this. You just need everyone to hit her. Maybe I don't need everyone. Yeah, I do need to tank some damage. If I use this ego, and she's fatal, then it'll be a lot of damage. And then this would be a lot of damage. So we think about what we can and can't tank. Like that we can tank. That, I really don't want to tank it. Yeah. If I drop this for the ego, it'll do double damage and guarantee win the clash. But I also lose a good skill and I don't have Cloud Cutter coming up. But maybe I just need to use like everyone's ego. And would the 3 hits even do... It would maybe do more. 5, 7, 9, 21. Versus this 23 would be more. So these egos. I think the 3 hits would be more than ego. Actually, if she's staggered, maybe. Everybody ego. And we just hope that the enemies get tails on all their hits. This one staggering Honglu is pretty bad, but like, maybe we just have to ignore everything else, hope that they don't do enough damage, and every single turn we just throw everything down like this. Every single reset, and then we reset until it actually works. I think that'll be easier, and it'll be faster than trying to look at everything and like figure these things out.
여행에는 목적이 있었지.
Okay, this is good. Heal click ego is good for their... And we didn't get heads on this thing. This is probably going to make the difference. We still have the damage that we need to take, I guess. But... Oh, okay. Faust's coming in clutch. Well, now let's see if we like die to this damage or not. Because we get hit by the karma first and then hit by all this damage. Oh, okay. Didn't get staggered. Okay, it worked out in the end. We killed it. Perfect. Except for Honglu getting staggered. It worked out. We're fine, I guess. And no one's targeting him, so we're good. Now Heathcliff wants to win clashes. I guess we're always egoing. He wants to hit 2 coins, both of them are 2 coins, to transfer all 20 karma. I guess I want more karma to go in this guy because he's more annoying than this one. And then I want to win these clashes. Oh, I want to be using Virtue Ego on it. Alright. Yeah, thanks for the good luck. Let's see if we can do it. This thing here to get the burn on. I guess I don't really have bleed now, but this will win against that. It's better into this, so I should do this here and the ego on the other one. And then Faust just clashes this. If we can win it with this, then we will, so that we can save the better skill. And I think that's a pretty good turn. And then we'll break it next turn. We also need to not get 5% at any of these times. Okay, so they're split exactly 20 on each of them, which is unfortunate. But killing Ida really opens this up, so I think we should be good here as long as no one dies. That's the only thing, so we can play a lot safer than normal. Can I win this clash? Can I win any of these? Okay, this one. We have 15 SP, so it's actually not guaranteed to win this. Not the end of the world if we eat it. I don't think he dies or gets staggered. Normal damage from Pierce. It still kind of sucks. But, oh no, I don't want to win I want to win clashes against these guys to transfer. This is so expensive. I don't want to use the one that costs the SP, though. So it'll do AoE damage, but that doesn't really matter. I guess it'll hit this thing. So someone... We're gonna double clash this anyways. So it won't really matter too much. Anyone can not use an ego and win. I guess this one can. So I do this. No one else has karma, so he's the only one who needs to win the clash here. Then you can win this clash, and then Ryoshu clashes here, and that wins it most of the time. Should be fine. 78%. Maybe we should just play it safe with this instead. Yeah, let's do that. Did I not say? Oh, I didn't use the ego. Oh, okay, that guarantees a win, but I want her to get SP back. He needs to clash, so it'd be guaranteeing a win here. It's not really necessary. We can do it like this, and then Faust can just throw down the ego, normal hit wherever. I guess also on this guy, it doesn't matter. Hitting these guys won't make a difference. Okay, he took enough damage from that actually that just already straight up broke it. Wait, that was bad though. He was clashing against the wrong one, I think, to do the 20 karma, so I'm minus 20 karma now, I think. We should still be okay though, I think. This 2 clashes means this will apply 20 karma here. So I think that's the way it works. Alright, and this stuff is pretty high now. Karma, so we'll execute next turn maybe? Yeah, I need more than 100, like 110 essentially, because they're always by 10s. Less karma than last time, so... in a pretty good spot. And he's targeting allies. Like, who cares about the damage up? That means that's less stuff for me to need to clash, that these two target it, which is really nice. How many turns? 11 turns. If I beat this in 11 turns, we're exactly 120. So it was doable. I literally lost on, or like I got staggered because I missed the check, and so I had 50 less damage, but if Otis wasn't staggered, it would have been on 11 turns earlier. Instead it would have taken 12, so it's like completely doable as long as we make it through like this first part without anyone dying. 108 is... yeah, it's something in Buddhism, right? Yeah, the number of thoughts you stray away from peace in Buddhism. So, and then this guy's based on like a Buddhist statue and has the Buddha Murti or whatever that is, which I don't actually know what that means, but yeah, really cool idea. I like the design of this character, this abnormality, I guess you'd call it. Okay, wait, I need to think about who clashes these. The faster characters, I guess, can. This wins. So I can do that. That doesn't always win, so I'm gonna use Ego, and I do this one instead. 43, and 93% chance. So we do that, we use Ego for the other one. And then these, we just normal hit. And we save Cloud Cutter and stuff. I guess actually I'm gonna have to use it next turn anyways. Never mind. No one has any karma. Oh, we don't always win that. I can use this to always win it. So Cloud Cutter next turn on this thing, I guess, is the plan. I can try and get damage up instead. No, we're not fast enough to clash that, never mind. So this, fast take back that clash. Double check everyone's clashes, I don't want to mess up now that we're on a good run here. Ego is good. Ego clashing this to always win. This thing almost always wins, 93% chance. Or I guess if the enemy also does it, it'd be... then it rolls again, but like it should be really high chance to win that. And then same thing for this as well. It doesn't have the +2 attack on these guys. Okay, double check everything, this should be good.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
This damage is also relevant here. Right, didn't get 7%ed. Pretty good. See what the next turn looks like. Deep Cuts is a very good skill for a 2-star, yes. All the 2-stars that I'm using, or almost all of them, I feel like have the really nice skills. Like we have Cloud Cutter here, She Ishmael is dead, but her second skill is also really good. And then Deep Cuts, and... well, I mean, these aren't 2-stars. I guess the odd one out here is Heathcliff, but he's here to spam Ego every turn. So this guy gets executed. We still need to clash this. This one's easier, 6+4 versus... I guess actually... 3 to 9. But this is better because this guy's offense level is way lower, so everyone gets like +4 in the clashes. So we do this. Find it manageable to do the She Ishmael skill too. It took me the first 2 stages to get her to 50%, but afterwards it was good until the Inquisitor, the guy that does poison, and then she died. And it would be really annoying to try and reset to not have her die. I think if you reset just a few times on the first stage, it's possible to get her to 50% in the first stage. Other than that, for this you just need to take her to every single thing and she won't heal. And then it was pretty good, and it was a very strong skill. But outside of content like this, like if you're in Mirror Dungeon or something where you're forced to get heals, I think she wouldn't be as good. So just one of these needs to hit to execute him, then we can try and kill the... we could try killing it this turn, but I think that's too ambitious. We just hit this guy. It's fine, we just have like an empty turn. We can throw away like our weaker skills on this turn. This one I'm getting another one next turn, so even if it does the rupture, which would do damage here, I would need to also use an ego to clash that. Just throw down all these things. Losing Cloud Cutter kind of sucks. Actually, Cloud Cutter wants to hit this thing. In that case, we can use an ego. In that case, we can also use one of these. Ego could be Faust's ego. Or Yoshi's. Yoshi's is more important, I think, so I can do Faust's ego. An ego that loses the HP would be pretty cool to set yourself into the HP threshold. So maybe I use this ego to clash this. Wait, I still could lose that. Do I have a better ego that like won't lose that ever? No, that's even worse. Otis ego? No. Yoshi ego. Surely somebody's ego. Okay, Heathcliff actually has the best chance. So we just assume we don't get unlucky. And I don't want to stagger it before it hits him, so we don't want to like all in on like hitting this thing. This won't stagger, right? It has 20 protection, so this will do just 1, and this will do 5, and then this will do 4. So 10, and then plus 3 bleed versus 20 health, so it won't ruin that. Then if I can clash both of these without ego, that would be very nice. It's dominating, that's good. And then I can use this here, also dominating. So very good clashes, everything works out. Let's go. Actually, I'm pretty sure I made sure Heathcliff was the one clashing at the boss. Uh-oh. I didn't retarget at the end. One mistake here. Now I think Otis is the one who dies. Oh no, she wasn't clashing. Cloudcutter was clashing. I hope Honglu doesn't die. That's a reset, just for one mistake that I messed up here. Oh, he didn't die. He did get staggered. Am I saving Lunacy for Hell's Chicken event? I'm not particularly saving Lunacy. I do have about 9,000 right now, but I just got relatively lucky for the gacha rolls that I did. So I'm happy with where I am with it. And I just don't need to roll more. Okay, so we just do these clashes. It'll be 40 onto this. If we break this thing, then it'll put the 30 karma. And that means that this guy... Oh, it's at the start of the next turn. So this guy will still be alive within the turn after that, which is turn 8. We can start hitting him, and that should be enough to kill regardless. Just really don't want Honglu to die. And we shouldn't really be taking more damage than this now. Guy messed up right there, but... So we also missed out on some damage here. But it didn't use up the Cloud Cutter, I think? I don't know, I can't tell which skills these are. So, not the end of the world. Win this clash. That wins too. This does Rupture. Someone needs to clash this. Doesn't always win. How much damage is this doing? This one does 5. 6. So I still need 7 damage, which Roshu, this can do it. She can't clash anything, unfortunately. And so we just make sure that Faust wins this clash, so that this guy doesn't get rid of the karma here. Double check, because I already messed up the one time I didn't double check. This clash was good as long as we don't get 5%ed. And we have 3 chances at it too. This ego is just for the 6 burn to hopefully break this thing. And this clash is good. Actually, it only has 10 protection now, so this might do more than just 1 damage. Any of these skills. Looks like this one was only 1. This might do more. No, 1 each. Oh, the last one did 2. Alright, didn't get 5% here. And then now the ego, inflicting the burn. Okay, and now it gets staggered, which will apply the 108. So this turn, it dies. And then next turn, we start killing the boss. This is really rough. So I want to apply Fragile, so I want to use this ult for next turn. I guess the one Fragile isn't that important. We're running out of resources. Because I don't have any more red. So I want to save that to maybe just use this. Oh, I need 4, never mind. Okay, we're not using 4th Match Flame. That's fine. Okay, looking at where these all targeted, this hits the ally. That's fine, we don't need to clash anymore. Damage up. Honglu is probably my highest damage for the Cloud Cutter, so I do want this damage up. We do win that clash. 3 protection. Otis can't tank that because she'll get staggered. So someone has to clash that. All these clashes should be fairly easy to win. Let's make sure we use this to win. The first one is hitting an ally, the second one we just clash this. Always win that. That's probably the most annoying clash, so we can do that. Then there's these two skills left. So between these two, we always win like both of them. And then I can consider using this just for the fragile for next turn. Oh, I don't want to use it on this stone seat, so never mind. I just normal clash this. Oh, Otis also needs to attack. So all the clashes were good. We can just throw down some damage on this thing, and not very much. But we'll use the less damaging skill, or it's going to be doing less damage next turn. And then re-clash with this so I don't mess up my clashes again. So it's hitting its ally so I don't need to clash it. There's maybe some big brain technique where I purposefully take karma here so I can do it on the boss. How big brained are we? Can anyone tank Pierce? But would have to lose the clash. It seems kind of risky. Let's not go for it. I don't think I need it. I have so many turns. I just need to not mess up and we're good. Pretty good. Okay, wait, let's put on some Ruina music to finish it off. Roland theme. Okay. Here we go. I mean, we could actually purposefully tank Karma this turn. This thing's not staggered and we're the fastest with Cloud Cutter, which is unfortunate. But we should be able to like stagger it instantly as long as we win the clashes. So we just have someone else tank this afterwards. And then it's going to stagger and cancel that. So this is the only move that's going to go off. Which, I want a blunt skill on that. The longest stream I've ever done. I mean I took a break in the middle, but the last time when I was doing this for the first time, doing Railway for the first time, it was like a total of I think 8.5 hours maybe. So we're actually not quite there yet. It's only been 8 hours. Not so bad yet. Okay, now I can use Roshu's thing and we're gonna like pop off next turn. Oh, I don't want to override this thing. Maybe we just have everyone hit it like this. Alright, everyone pops off. Double check the clashes. That wins. Yeah, 8 hours. A bit slow. I feel like I could have done it better. I guess a lot of it, like probably the last 2 or 3 was spent on like only this last boss. So if I just spent less than an hour resetting an earlier stage for a single turn. 8 hours only Limbus Company Railway, yes. Basically from the very start I didn't even install like no like intro or anything. Just went straight into the railway doing this challenge run. Oh, we almost staggered the seat already. Alright, the damage is looking really good. We've got it here. Just need to not like accidentally end turn or something, which I think you can't even in this game. It won't let you if you don't have your skills. Okay, damage up. Once again, I can maybe clash that here, and then I can use the damage up on Cloud Cutter next turn. And then Ryoshu can also ego one of these. With that kind of resolve, I could grind the crates for mirror dungeons. it wasn't a waste of time. I could. I think mirror dungeons are super anti-fun. Like, I would gladly spend 8 or 12 hours on a difficult fight like this, constantly planning out everything. But if you're just kind of clicking like win rate win rate go for the mirror dungeon, I feel like that's really just tedious. So these clashes, this thing will stagger soon actually, so if I use blunt on it, oh, but I want it to use this thing. So actually, I shouldn't try and stagger it faster. I do want to clash these. Not necessarily the best clashes. I can just use this ego to clash. None of it will AoE anyways. Just do this for damage. And ego for the clash. So everyone wins their clash, and that should just be plenty of damage. Yeah, the mirror dungeon, like literally, as long as you're picking the right teams, like Kurokuma or Ting Ting Honglu, and our Heathcliff, then you can just click win rate and go for like every single fight basically. Some fights it would be faster not to click win rate, but you'll still win if you do click win rate. It's a shame they banned macros, because that would be a prime way to actually farm the mirror dungeons with all the extra modules that everyone has. Okay, this thing. I used with Otis. She's once again probably my weakest damage. It's literally 50-50 or whatever. I don't even know if the SP helps it. Okay, we won it this time too. It's a sign. This is it. We all in, and this thing has the fragile, so we attack the seat. Missed the 2 times damage on Faust. Wait, what 2 times damage? Wait, are these different? Why is it switching some of these? 48 versus 37 versus ego. 65. Oh, we can't afford ego anymore. 63, 61. Oh, this should do a lot actually. Yeah, 70 and plus 30%. Do all the hits here, and then we cloud cutter this thing. It's not bleeding, right? It will have some. No one's gonna inflict bleed, so this should do all 4 hits. And I think we might even kill this turn. We definitely kill by next turn, so it would be exactly 120 if that's the case. If we do this, it'll be exactly 119. Which is also funny in its own way. Yeah, I'm not sure if we kill here. It'll be next turn. Wait, this still came down to the wire even though we blew up Ida on turn 1. Although I did make a mistake in the middle, so that's also part of it. Look at this damage. Okay, this thing's not doing 288 damage. But it would have been... Oh, if any units applied bleed, it still would have been fine. I see, okay. And everyone outspeeds this thing, so we just all in on the stone seat still. And then it'll kill. And this is all enough damage. So... there we go, we did it! Exactly 120. Imagine that. Unless everyone 5% me suddenly low roll, but even then. There we go, GG! Exactly enough. Oh, I'm gonna call it calculated. It's all part of the plan to have exactly 120 for my banner. Wow. Now I sure hope I didn't miscount like other- yeah, there we go, 120! We got exactly 120. Perfect. All according to the plan.